Hey, what's up? This is Caleb with Funnel Flow Marketing. This is an on-the-go episode of the Unlimited Leads podcast. The video I have for you today is actually where I break down the marketing strategy on how you can generate leads using a book funnel and do it profitably. So watch this video. You're going to see how a book funnel works. You're going to see how to structure it, and you can see just how crazy the numbers get when you start pushing paid traffic into it. So watch the video and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Hey John, hope you're well. Caleb with Funnel Flow Marketing. Let me walk you through the funnel simulation as promised for So You Want to Source a Product, the Global Nexus, soon to be best-selling book. Okay, so what this is a high-level overview and kind of like a wireframe for what your funnel could look like. Okay, let me kind of walk you through the different elements. So here, these elements are represented as traffic. Okay, this is the sales page for the book. It's two elements in one, but basically it's an all-in-one page where it's going to be the sales page for the book and the order form. Okay, the way the simulator works, it has to be represented as like two connected pages. Don't worry about that. This is one page. Okay, so it's basically the order page where they're going to see the offer for get the book, just cover shipping. Okay, now this element represents what is called a one-click order bump, and a one-click order bump is built into the order form, and so after they put in their information, it's just a checkbox that says basically add this to my order. And the add this to my order offer is the audio book, where you can read the book, or a voice actor can read the book, but I recommend you reading it and adding any other little insights or footnotes to the content, plus or minus interviewing some people in your office, in your organization, about different elements of their expertise. Factory selection, risk management, cost control, international relations. Just as additional bonus content if they actually take action and buy this order bump. So the standard pricing for an order bump with an audiobook would be $37. Okay. The next page, so they click submit, and then it takes them to the next stage of the funnel, automatically redirects to our one-time offer page, also known as an OTO number 1. We only have one OTO. We can stack as many as 2 OTOs with multiple products within it. But for simplicity's sake, I recommend starting with one OTO, and then we can add to it if necessary. All that being said, that's where we're going to offer the video course on sourcing, where we take your book, the chapters, and we just lay that out in a slide deck, and you just teach through it. And yeah, just a visual course of the information displayed in the book. Now, the idea of a book funnel is it's the same content. You're just giving them an option on how they want to consume it, whether they want to read the book, whether they want to go through the workbook and kind of like follow along, so to speak, whether they want the audiobook or where they want to consume the information visually. I should also mention that I recommend on the book itself that we produce a little workbook or incorporate that into the actual book itself, where they can like fill in the blanks so they can consume the information more. And really the key thing with using a book as a sales tool into your company is getting them to engage with and interact with the information. And the more they can engage with and interact with it, the more they're going to see the value of it and see the value of the author, which is you, representing Global Nexus, and it's going to draw them into your company. We want to get them to know, like, and trust you, and obviously a book is a great way to do that, and the more interactive we make it, the better. So we don't necessarily have to do a workbook, but these are ways that we can add value through this funnel more than just buying a static book or Kindle off Amazon. Okay, so that's the layout of the funnel. It's essentially 2 pages with a little order bump, and then we go to the thank you page. Okay, now we also want to give the people who go through the funnel an opportunity to engage with you. So how are we going to do that? So through follow-up emails, which are not represented on this document, but when someone puts in their information, that's going to trigger an email automation. which reinforces the message of the book and really what are the next steps. So you read this book, you listen to the interviews, like, okay, well, what next? Well, hopefully the next step in the customer journey is like, well, this sounds great. I kind of understand it a little bit better now. I have a little better clarity, but hey, I need help. I need Global Nexus's help, right? And with some kind of qualifying statements, these are the people that we help. If that individual meets that basic criteria, then those follow-up emails are going to lead them to this application page. So we're going to link out to it directly after they buy the book. Say, hey, do you want to speak with someone about sourcing your product? You know, maybe they're hot to trot. They want to talk to someone now, right? We give them that opportunity, but also through that follow-up email sequence, it's going to push them back to this application page. And the application page basically is just a lead submission with a questionnaire where you can kind of get some basic information, and then your team can follow up and book an appointment. Whatever your normal sales process is, they just fold right into that. So let me take a sip of water, and then I'll show you the numbers breakdown. Okay, we're back. So numbers. So depending on how many ad channels you want to run traffic on, obviously there's additional costs for each ad channel you want to add on, but we recommend a minimum of $100 per day spend just to get maximum, is to get them a minimum amount of data into the funnel, just to test conversions, to optimize, split test, tweak, all that stuff, make sure the marketing is working, and then moving along, right? If we have too low of a sample size, it can be easy to abandon projects and say, oh, this isn't working. Well, really, it's just a low sample size, and we haven't found our right audience yet. So a good place to start is $100 per day per channel, which is about $3,000 in ad spend per channel. So with that in mind, Facebook cost per click, roughly, I mean, things vary. There's a lot of different variables, algorithms, all that stuff. But for sake of discussion, we're estimating $1 per click. So we spend $3,000, we're going to get 3,000 clicks into the funnel. And then YouTube, the running cost per click average is somewhere around 49.50 cents. Okay, so we're assuming that we're going to advertise on both channels, right? And this is just a simulation. We can start with one and add two when we launch the project. But for sake of discussion, we're going to say that you're going to get 3,000 visitors in through Facebook with a $3,000 spend, and the same $3,000 spend to YouTube, and you're going to get 6,000 visitors, right? Because it's roughly half the cost per click. YouTube's also great because you can, YouTube is essentially a giant search engine, so we can run ads for the book off of channels where people are actually looking for information about sourcing factories, anything related to your niche in some way, shape, or form, so they have a little bit higher level of intent. So that's just a bonus with YouTube. And Facebook is more interest-based, so I'm interested in these type of things. I meet these demographics, and then we try and show those ads to those people that meet that basic criteria. So sometimes we hit, sometimes we miss. It just takes a little bit more testing to kind of find that right audience. All that being said, all right, we're going to estimate that you're getting 6,000 clicks into the funnel, and we're going to say that 5% of the people who see that page are going to buy. All right, so they see the ad, they're interested in the subject matter, and then about 5% of the people are actually going to buy. And for a free offer, free plus shipping, that's a pretty conservative amount. Obviously, things can, there's a lot of variables, but we're going to estimate 5% conversion. Okay, these pages are tied together, so that's going to 5% of the people that go through the funnel. So of the 9,000 people that click in every month, 450 customers are going to buy that book, okay? So then that's going to shoot 450 people down the tube and put them through our funnel. So we go to the audio bump. So a lot of people take the bump, right? They just can't help themselves. Like, they're already there, they already put their credit card in, they just have to check that box, and we create that page in such a way where it is a really attractive offer. So we're going to say that 50% of people take the bump, which is also middle of the road conservative in terms of how many people take the bump. So they're going to add $37 to their order. All Okay, and then we're going to say that 25% of the people take the video course, right? This may be higher or lower. These are just estimations, okay? So that's $100. And then we're going to hit the thank you page, and we're going to say that 10% of the people are actually going to be interested in working with you guys directly, and then they're going to see that application page and then see that there's some qualifying things, and then only 25% of the people who hit that are actually going to submit the information because they're the other ones just don't meet the criteria, right? So obviously we have drop off at each level, but that's good because you don't want to talk to 450 people a month, right? That's not sustainable. So we're trying to capture the money up front, increase the average order value, cover ads and expenses and all that stuff, make it profitable, and then shoot out these qualified applicants on the other side and put them into your sales. So that would leave 11 applications received per month with those numbers at these benchmarks. So, and I know if you land one client, it could be a good thing for you guys. So plenty of wiggle room here, even with the simulation. So let's run the numbers. So we're going to simulate it. Okay, so we're going to go up. Okay, so total revenue would be $23,666. Okay, we're going to spend, you're going to get 9,000 visitors. Traffic costs, we're estimating at just under $6,000. Merchant fees, that's like the Stripe when they swipe the card, the 3%, $922. Product cost to print and ship the book. I did the numbers. Basically, the book is a break even if you order it in enough quantities. And I'm handling fulfillment at $4 per unit, shipping and plus the cost of media mail, which is about $1.50. That basically wipes out the $10. So the $10 for the book, $10 cost, so that's a break even, and then all the profit is on the upsells. Okay, so that would leave 11,000 in expenses, and then revenue minus expenses would leave you with your 12,000 a month profit. Okay, and then our commissions and fees would come out of that. So yeah, so that's kind of the basic numbers of the funnel, and that's how it would work. So okay, so thanks so much for watching this. Let me know if you have any questions.